Tonight, Action 9 telling you to watch out for a scam that involves a popular mobile wallet called Zelle.
Criminals actually pretend to be with your bank. They tell you that your account has been compromised and then trick you into transferring your money to them. Action 9 investigator Jason Stujenki is live for us tonight. And Jason, this says a lot because a lot of people use Zelle.
Oh, absolutely. It's owned by the big banks, and this is really one of the ones that we hear the most about. Obviously very popular. Now, like a lot of money apps, Zelle's policy is basically that once the money's gone, it's gone, and the banks have the same policy. But there's a federal law you probably don't know about which can help you get the money back. Catherine Woods says it started with this text. She says she thought it was from her bank, so she responded. She says then the scammer called.
The guy sounded so legitimate. He introduced himself as somebody from the fraud department.
She told me he had spoofed the bank's number.
I think a lot of people like me would trust the fact that on your phone it comes up as Wells Fargo and it is the number of your bank.
She says the caller said someone had breached her account, so she had to create a new one and transfer money there before any more damage was done.
You know, they're good. They are good at what they do.
She told me he even walked her through the steps using Zelle and walked the money right into his own account. She'd rather not say how much.
I had sent every dime in my checking and savings account.
Zelle and banks, including Wells Fargo, offer fraud protection for unauthorized transactions, but not for authorized ones. In other words, if you willingly hand over money, like Catherine Woods did, that's on you. But there's this, the federal law I mentioned, the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, specifically the part called Regulation E. The way the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau sees it, if someone induced you into transferring the money, even if technically you agreed to it, your bank has to reimburse you. The Bureau even gives some examples, including one which sounds just like Wood's story.
It's devastating. You know, holidays are coming up. It's a horrible feeling, and particularly the fact that I did it, you know, that I was so naive and trusting.
Now, Wells Fargo won't discuss Woods' case for privacy reasons, but says it is investigating. Now, that said, Woods did contact me earlier today. She told me that the bank actually called her today and said it will reimburse the money. Erica?
That is good news. And Jason, thanks for updating us on that federal law. But you also have some other advice for using Zelle as well.
Yeah, no matter what bank you use, only transfer money to people you know and trust. Don't answer a text or call, even if the caller ID says it's your bank. Scammers obviously can spoof that number. You just saw that in this case. If you have any questions, check the phone number on the back of your debit card and call your bank directly. And you may want to even open a separate account, keep a small balance in there, and use Zelle just for that one. So worst case scenario, you don't lose that much. It's kind of like what I do. I have a separate credit card with a very low balance that I use for vendors that I don't know as well as others. Erica?
Okay, some great tips. Thank you, Jason.